Alright, let's dive into this because if the WNBA playoffs started today, we'd be in for some absolutely wild first-round matchups. And honestly, I'm here to break it all down, add my 2 cents, and maybe even stir the pot a little. So buckle up, this is going to be a ride. First off, let's talk about the Minnesota Lynx versus the Washington Mystics. On paper, this feels like a David versus Goliath situation, right? The Lynx are sitting pretty at 25-6, while the Mystics are at 16-12. But here's the thing. The Mystics are on a 4-game win streak, and they're playing with a chip on their shoulder. Personally, I think this series is way more interesting than people are giving it credit for. Yes, the Lynx have Olivia Miles, who's basically a lock for Rookie of the Year, and a stacked roster with Courtney Williams, Kayla McBride, and Natasha Howard. But the Mystics have Shakira Austin, Kiki Iriafen, and Sonia Citron, all of whom are having breakout seasons. What many people don't realize is that the Mystics' young core is hungry for playoff experience, and they've already proven they can hang with the Lynx in their regular season matchups. Both games were nail-biters. So, while I'm predicting the Lynx take it in 2, I wouldn't be shocked if the Mystics steal one. And let's not forget the Olivia Miles versus Sonia Citron storyline. 2 former Notre Dame guards going head-to-head. That's must-watch TV. Now, let's pivot to the Las Vegas Aces versus the New York Liberty. This one feels personal. These teams have a history, and it's not pretty. They faced off in the 2023 finals, with the Aces taking the crown, and then the Liberty got their revenge in the 2024 semifinals on their way to their first championship. But this season, the Liberty have slipped to 7th, and the Aces are still the Aces. Aya Wilson is playing out of her mind, and the championship backcourt of Jackie Young and Chelsea Gray is as solid as ever. Here's my take. The Liberty's struggles this season aren't just a fluke. They've got talent. Sabrina Ionescu, Brianna Stewart, Jonquil Jones, but they're missing consistency. In my opinion, the Aces are the safer bet here, and I'm predicting they'll take it in 3. But if the Liberty can find their rhythm, this could get messy. What this really suggests is that even in a down year, the Liberty are still a threat, and that's what makes this matchup so fascinating. Next up, the Golden State Valkyries versus the Atlanta Dream. The Valkyries swept the Dream in their season series, but here's the catch. Those games happened during Atlanta's worst stretch of the season. So does that mean the Valkyries have the Dream's number, or was it just bad timing for Atlanta? One thing that immediately stands out is Angel Reese's impact on the Dream. She's been a game-changer, and alongside Rhyne Howard and Alisha Gray, they've got the firepower to compete. But the Valkyries are no joke. They're elite defensively, though their offense can be hit or miss. From my perspective, this series hinges on whether the Dream can find the consistency they lacked in those regular season matchups. I'm predicting the Valkyries in 3, but if Atlanta can figure it out, this could be a major upset. What makes this really interesting is that both teams have something to prove, and that's when the playoffs get spicy. Finally, let's talk about the Dallas Wings versus the Indiana Fever. This matchup is electric. You've got Caitlin Clark, Paige Buchers, and Kelsey Mitchell all on the same court. Plus, Azzi Fudd has been quietly having a solid rookie season. This is going to be an offensive showcase, no doubt. But here's the kicker. Both teams have defensive weaknesses. So, it's going to come down to who can outscore the other. Personally, I think the Fever have the edge here. Clark's playoff experience, even if limited, could be the difference maker. I'm predicting the Fever in 3, but this is the series I'm most excited to watch. If you take a step back and think about it, this matchup is a glimpse into the future of the WNBA, young stars battling it out. It's not just about this season, it's about what's next. So there you have it. For first-round matchups, each with its own drama, storylines, and potential upsets. What this really suggests is that the WNBA playoffs are going to be unpredictable, and that's what makes them so great. But here's my closing thought. In a league where the talent is deeper than ever, every series is a chance for a star to emerge or a team to rewrite their narrative. Who's going to step up? That's the question I'm left with, and I can't wait to find out. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.